right, I will call the July 29th Licensing, Hearings, and Public Safety Committee to order. I'll do roll call. Alder LaFave.
Here.
Alder Bors.
Here.
Alder Perella.
Here.
Alder Heidemann.
Here.
And Alder Russ is present. All right, please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, I am looking for approval of the minutes from the July 14th meeting. All in favor of approving those minutes, state aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Those are approved. I don't believe we have anybody for public comment, so we will move on to item number 6, presentations by potential applicants for available Class B alcohol beverage licenses. So I have a list right here, and I will call you up, and you will come to the lectern there, and you present to us. I will give you 5 minutes, and then we will make a decision after everybody has presented. So we will start with Harbor Bar and Grill on 905 Indiana Avenue. They're here. Basudev Adhikari. Calling once. Calling twice. Alrighty. Then we will move on to potential new business on 723 New York Avenue, May Zhang. Yep, all right. All right.
I just had these handouts here.
Yep, sure.
Another meeting of conference.
All right, I will start a timer for 5 minutes, and the floor is yours.
Okay, so I am looking to open Seared, which is slated to open in October. It's a Korean barbecue and karaoke restaurant and bar. So those of you who don't know what Korean barbecue is, it's kind of like a unique thing for, where you can grill at a tabletop with your family, whether or not you're good at cooking or not, but it gives kind of that interactive experience for families to get together and friends. And then for the karaoke piece, I'll have private karaoke rooms where you can rent and kind of enjoy your time karaokeing, where you're not really you have that private space. It just gives a lot of time for the team bonding, or just to have a great time. So the flavors that I have, so my theme is the Korean barbecue it introduces sweet, savory flavors that are difficult to find anywhere else. And currently right now we don't have anything similar in Sheboygan. The closest one that we have for Korean barbecue is in Milwaukee. And we'll have special alcohol such as soju and makgeolli, which is Korean traditional rice wine. So Seared is more than a restaurant. It's a love letter to culture, community, and bold new beginnings. And then Seared hopes to inspire connection and curiosity for Asian cuisine and culture. In many cultures, food and cooking is a way of showing love. And Korean BBQ is unique because by cooking the meal together, people are brought together. So pretty much passing out plates equals passing out the love. And a slow but rewarding ritual of patience, kindness, and love is done with this unique dining. And then for the entertainment, food, music brings people together. Karaoke encourages participation, even if not super talented. And it's about releasing your, just your inner self and just enjoying each other's company. And that's really it for me.
Alrighty. Are there any questions from any of the alders? All right, seeing none, thank you.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Harbor Winds Hotel. Luke Pfeiffer. Thank you. Alrighty, you have 5 minutes.
All right. Well, thank you for allowing us to present for our Class B liquor license. As Alderman Russ said, my name is Luke Pfeiffer. My wife and I are majority owners of Harbor Winds Hotel here in Sheboygan. We purchased it in May of 2023 with our friends and minority partners, Chad and Megan Markovich. I'm a Sheboygan area native, graduated from Sheboygan area Lutheran High School, started my hospitality career in 1999 at Holiday Inn Express when it was a 2-story building. And those owners had purchased Harbor Winds Hotel that same year, so I had the opportunity to be a part of that as they renovated it following the use of it from housing from the flood in 1998. I kind of lived throughout the U.S. I was part of the opening management team at Blue Harbor Resort in 2004. And then my wife and I kind of ended up moving around the U.S. And we moved back in 2020 when we purchased Maxwell Mansion in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. Maxwell Mansion is a 28-room boutique hotel featuring a historic mansion. We focus on craft cocktails there as well as our boutique hotel and events. We have one of the top 10 speakeasy bars in the U.S. It's rated by USA Today. And just recently, Tasting Table rated us the top speakeasy bar in Wisconsin. And we strive to work with locals, Jay Henry out of the Madison area, Dane County, Central Standard out of Milwaukee, Three Sheeps right here in Sheboygan, Carbless, Dancing Goat Distillery, La Crosse Distillery. We appreciate the opportunity to present again. We presented in October. Since that presentation, we have completed the renovation and expansion of our lobby area. You can see pictures there. I think it's on kind of the 3rd page there that shows some of the before and after pictures. You now walk in and you have a great view straight out to the river. This was a very significant transformation, one I kind of always envisioned back when I was working at the property. Custom bar top, we have blue resin in it, kind of to go with that whole riverfront location and feel. And then just this month, the Wisconsin Hotel Lodging Association featured a renovation as one of the most notable renovations for hospitality in Wisconsin this year. Today we serve beer and wine under our Class B and Class C beer and Class C wine licenses, and we really hope to expand that to be able to bring the craft cocktail experience that we have in Lake Geneva here. Harbor Winds has typically struggled off-season. The prior owner, the Zipper family, closed it over the winter months. We have kept it open, but we continue to find it a struggle to stay open in the winter just based on business levels. So we're just looking at ways to be creative to continue to grow our business and to make it sustainable. This year, we also brought Joe Diamond. Joe Diamond is, he calls himself America's greatest mind reader. He was featured on Penn and Teller, Fool Us. And he's been up at Harbor Winds now twice. He'll be back up again this weekend on the 1st and 2nd. And we look to continue to bring different entertainment like that. And we don't charge for it. It's just included as long as you buy a drink. And that can be a mocktail as well. Not only do we focus on craft cocktails down there, we also focus on craft mocktails. You shouldn't have to drink alcohol to have a good time and to be able to have an enjoyable drink. Graduating from Lakeland, we still partner with them. Our hotel manager is a graduate from there. We work with interns there, and we continue to work closely with Lakeland. But again, we thank you for allowing us to present, and we really believe if we receive this license, we're going to bring a unique experience, mixology classes like we offer, different Meet the Maker events, some really unique experiences to the Sheboygan area. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Are there any questions for any of the alders? Alder Heidemann.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. I got a text earlier today from somebody that told me to go down to look at the lounge.
Yeah, she was sitting down at the bar, and it came up, so yes. Yep.
I did look at it. It's a very nice facility.
Thank you. Thank you.
Any other questions? All right, seeing none, thank you.
Thank you.
Already, Club Leon, Gerardo Reynoso. Club Leon. And Club Leon, all right. Next, then we have historic.
I got a question.
Alder Heidemann.
Club Leon, they already hold a reserve liquor license.
That is correct.
Okay, so the process would be that they would try to get a different Class B liquor license.
From what I understand, talking with the city clerk, is that this would be a transferable. So the reserve one is non-transferable.
Gotcha. Okay.
This one would be transferable if they opened a new location.
Okay, so then the fact that he didn't show up, I think he's pretty satisfied with the reserve license.
I would assume
Okay,
so, yes.
Thanks a lot.
All right. Historic Sheboygan Masonic Lodge Foundation, Dave Engeldinger.
Very good.
All right.
Sorry, guys, I don't have anything to hand out
No,
to you
that's
today
all right.
like the previous two. Again, my name is Dave Engeldinger, here on behalf of the Historic Sheboygan Masonic Lodge Foundation, Incorporated. Some of you have seen me here before for the same purpose. For 177 years now, the Sheboygan Masons have been making a positive impact in the community. Recently, some recent examples, donations to like the fire department. We do backpacks with vital supplies for homeless in the area. We've sponsored scholarships, youth programs, and a lot of other things. The Masonic Lodge Foundation, since we purchased the property at 1138 Union Avenue, which is the previous VFW hall, we've had this facility that we feel that we can make greater use of to help in our fundraising activities to further fund our charitable giving here in Sheboygan. We have a good stocked kitchen. We have a nicely remodeled facility, but because we lack a license, we're not able to share that with the public. And we would like to be able to do that at a club level, open occasionally to the public, and also be able to host events there. So with that, I'll entertain any questions and then quietly excuse myself.
I have a quick question first.
Yes.
So would this be open to the public whenever you are in there, basically?
Not necessarily.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Alder LaFave.
Now, are you considering things like wedding events and stuff like that?
Yes.
And because my father used to belong to that DFW club.
I remember you saying that the last time I was here.
Yeah, so
Yes.
I know that the facility would be good for that purpose, and then
Yep.
there's the tavern or saloon area in the basement.
Yes.
Okay, that's all I needed.
Yep. All right. Thank you for that.
All righty. Local press, Gregory Vandemark. Local press. Local press. All right. Uptown Slice on their 1116 Michigan Avenue.
Good afternoon. My name is Jerry Fager. I'm with Uptown Slice. My partner James is actually on vacation, so I'll be handling this one this time. We are petitioning for a Class B license for our 1116 Michigan location, and also, if it's possible, I'd like to be heard about our depot
we'll
as
do
well.
that one next. Yeah.
Very good. We've been blessed to have very good success over there over the last 2 years, and we currently hold a beer license and a wine license. We do get requests frequently from our customers who do not drink beer or wine, if we would ever have a cocktail list. And we reluctantly, in the beginning, we thought beer and wine was more appropriate with pizza, but now with the expansion of the depot, I'll be expanding the menu a little bit, adding some salads, some sandwiches, maybe some baked pastas in the winter and that sort of thing, and some light appetizers. So we thought if we could steer it in the direction of, say, like kind of an Amaro program, or like an Aperol Spritz, or something like a Negroni, or something along that line. We're not looking to be, I guess, for lack of a better term, a shot in a beer bar. That's not kind of our thing. I mean, we don't hold the hours for that. We close at 10 p.m. Our customers rarely consume more than two or three cocktails, depending on who it is, I guess. But we just would like to expand our offerings to our customers in the cocktail area. One, to kind of go with the theme of what we do, and two, we feel like we're leaving a little bit of on the table, so to speak, when we have to turn them down. we get a lot of people asking for for canned cocktails, things like high noons and things of that nature. Whereas you have some seltzers that don't use, say, vodka for a mixer. There's many of the canned cocktails which are really popular tend to, so we are not able to hold those. So that is kind of the reasoning we were looking to expand our selections at 1116.
All right, so I'll be taking questions for the 1116 spot. All right, Alder LaFave.
Okay, that's the question that I was going to, are these going to be then two separate?
Yes.
Class B license? Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
All right. Any other questions? All righty, and then we will move on to the 1217 location.
So the 12-7, the reason that James and I feel that we could benefit from this type of license is, as we sat down and looked at our business, I think we feel, I'm not sure about the percentage of it, but there is a criteria for this license if you are a restaurant. If you like 60 or 80% of your sales need to be food, and we are definitely in that category. And I don't think that would change if we had an on-premise license, even though we don't technically have seating, right? But it would be allowed to, it would open us up to have, to do, like we want to do like a beer club where we have people like purchasing craft beers and ordering them ahead of time and things like that. And we could have meetups and things along with wine and have tastings in that space as well that we're turning into a small market. And as we went through in the last meeting we were here, we're apparently not eligible for the Class A due to just the limitations of our space, which, funny as you say that, as I'm going around Sheboygan now, I notice that all the time. I see it in every store. So we are actually asking for a Class B license so we can sell, a limited amount just out of the store. The idea behind that being is if you come for a pizza and you're staying in a hotel, or even if you just live in the neighborhood and you want to grab a bottle of wine or 2 bottles of wine with you, I'm not sure if there's a limit on what that sale process can be, but we would definitely follow it if there was.
All right, any questions on the 1217 location? All right, seeing none. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we now will move on to item number 7, discussion and action regarding granting opportunity to apply for available Class B alcohol beverage license. So I'll open it up to alders. I would also strongly encourage that they refer to the handout that was given by the city clerk for rules for granting these. Alder Perella.
So just to clarify, how many can we grant tonight?
City clerk.
There are 5.
Do I not have the right one?
There we go. We have 5 available.
Thank you.
Just to start, I would say I personally have no issues with granting one for the Seared, the new business. We would like to help a new business if we can. And the Uptown Slice on the 1116 Michigan Avenue, personally. Otherwise, I would open up to other ideas as far as what alders are thinking. Alder Heidemann.
Okay, thank you, Chair. So we have 5 Class B liquor licenses available? Okay, all right, I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't thinking about the beer license, and I was confused there. So I guess having a hotel, and the last time we granted a license to a hotel that was over behind Tidy Car. I can't remember the name of it. And now Harbor Winds is in it. that's competition.
Right.
So I think to meet, basically level the field, that I think possibly would be a good idea to grant Harbor Winds a Class B license.
Sure.
Okay.
Alder Perla.
Yeah, I agree with that, and also I think it's it's a established business, and it may help with the downtime that the business experiences at times. So I support that. I'm happy that we can do something to support that, to make it more sustainable as an existing business. I also, I have no problem with the Uptown Slice on Michigan Avenue. And, as far as the new business, I like potentially that option. If though push comes to shove, to be frank, I would prefer to grant it to an existing business if it comes to that. But in principle, I have no problem in granting it, and actually think that's a very nice idea, and I look forward to that too.
Anything else, Alder Perla?
Not right now. Thank you, Chair.
All right, thank you. Alder Boers.
Thank you, Chair. Just a couple of questions for clarification. So the statement about Club Leon holding the reserve license versus the Class B, could I have some additional context on that?
City Attorney.
Did you want that?
Or
We can tame.
or city clerk, either one.
All right. So a reserve license is, we have 19 of those available. We have 110 for our quota just for our Class B liquor licenses. So the 19 reserve licenses, they pay a $10,000 one-time fee for that license. The only difference between the Class B normal liquor license and the reserve is that the reserve stays with the property kind of things. A Class B liquor, somebody could change that premise to go to another location. So sometimes that's what an establishment wants to do, is have that flexibility with their license, because if a Class B reserve were to close their doors, their liquor license would come back to the city.
And was it our understanding that that was the intention of why they were applying for it?
The reserve license? Yes, because at that time, there were no Class B liquor licenses available for them, so they applied for the 10,000.
Thank you. And then, as far as the Masonic Lodge is concerned, do we have any other similar entities in the city that hold a license like this?
Not one that is only open to the public very few days.
Okay, thank you. That's it, Chair. Thank you.
All right. Alder LaFave.
Okay, everyone that it was on this list here was informed of the time and place of this meeting.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a problem with somebody doesn't even make themselves present to explain themselves. So that's on the table.
Yep.
I also agree with some other people here. The Korean barbecue. This is all in all, and also the lounge over. These are entities that will enhance the nightlife for our downtown area, and I'm really all for that, especially with all of the work that's being done with the Steffi Wild Center, with the work that the RDA did with making sure that RUPS stays in existence downtown. All of these things, I believe it'll make it more attractive for some of our younger professional people to have a place to go in their own hometown. So those are some of the thoughts that I'd like everyone to consider.
All right, thank you, Alder LaFave. Alder Heidemann.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. I guess I have a question as to, at one time we didn't have any Class B liquor licenses, and all of a sudden we have 5. What transpired that all of a sudden we have all these extra licenses?
Well, the Beer Garden, their contract didn't come
Okay.
up. Fountain Park had a liquor license.
Okay.
The Axe Bar, which recently shut down, had one.
Gotcha, okay.
Emmer's shut down a while ago, and they didn't turn in their application in time.
Okay.
So they actually ended up getting a reserve, so that brought back the Class B liquor license to us.
All right.
And the other one was Mojo's,
Oh, okay.
and they have not been open for the 6 months, so that came back
Gotcha.
to us after renewal. And after renewal, that happens a lot, right? When renewal happens at the end of June, people change their minds about stuff.
All right, thank you. Again, I have no problem with Harbor Winds, the Uptown Slice. Okay, you're talking about that Class B liquor license for the Michigan Avenue one. I know at one time when we talked about it, when you first originally came in, they were wondering how many tables you had, how many people you were going to be able to serve, and obviously your business is growing substantially from the very first time you came in and asked for that license, which is fantastic for the new potential business. I guess I would be more comfortable in granting them the beer license, the beer and wine, as opposed to a full Class B liquor license. Because again, we have had a number of these people that have applied a number of times. And I don't believe that we should be taking and getting rid of 5 licenses at one time, because then we have nothing. So again, I don't mind with a number of places that have it, and Masonic Lodge, they've applied a number of times. But again, the idea was they weren't going to be in business all the time. Therefore, we didn't want to give them a Class B liquor license because they weren't going to be open. Again, see, we want to have thriving businesses. So, and since Club Leon didn't show up, then he did. Yeah, I'd like to be able to help the guy out, but yeah, if you got to show up to the meeting, so. So I don't know if you're going to, are you going to entertain a motion
Well,
as far as put all?
I have more people, but that
Gotcha,
are
okay.
queued, but then after that, we'll entertain motions after.
Gotcha. All right, thanks.
All right. Alder Prella.
Thank you, Chair. To clarify, being present at this meeting, I understand the idea that it would be better, but it's not a requirement with the application. Being present at today's meeting in order for the application to be considered, correct? I had no time to read the whole thing. So.
City Attorney.
There's no requirement that they come in person. They are invited to.
Very good. Yes, that's what I thought, of course, and I would personally think it's better, but it's not a requirement.
There are other people on the wait list, though, that we offered it to everybody, and these people told us they were going to come, if that makes sense. So there's other businesses on a wait list that are not on your list as well. These are the ones that responded to us and told us they were going to give a presentation tonight.
Very good. That makes a difference. That's a huge clarification for me. Thank you. Then I do agree that being not present is not fair to those that could have been present if they were notified with the same information. Okay, very good. And then one more thing is, as far as the Historic Sheboygan Masonic Lodge Foundation, I know that there are other organizations, non-profit, or organizations, I don't know the legal status, that hold a license that they use only in some occasions. Like, for example, and I don't know, it comes to mind John Kohler Michael Center. Like when they fundraise outside, they don't have that service on a regular basis, but they have a license that they use. I wonder if there is an alternative that I'm not aware of right now, only for occasional, of licenses usable only for occasional events.
So the Art Center does have a Class B, and they do change of premise, so they expand their premise for certain events, but they have that base license.
Oh, okay,
And
because there is a bar.
Correct.
Okay.
There are temporary Class Bs that are granted to clubs and things like that, but those are only beer, and twice a year they can include wine, but it's never liquor for those.
Very good. And in this case, they are, what is that the Masonic Lodge Foundation is applying for exactly? The beer and liquor license? Okay. But at least we know that there would be an option for them because right now they don't have any.
Correct.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
All right, Alder Boris.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I think just to share my kind of perspective, I do agree that those folks who had stated that they, wanted to be here to sort of plead their cases, not showing, I would align with that, from a good faith perspective, I think the other applications for the folks who did show up weigh in more heavily, in my opinion. As far as Seared is concerned, I'd be very supportive of that. I think, as Alder LaFave said, I think it's business growth. It makes downtown more attractive. I think that I'm interested in checking it out when it opens myself. The Masonic Lodge, the fact that it is not something that would be in use on a consistent basis is concerning to me because I think that takes away an opportunity from another business that could use it consistently. Harbor Winds, I think, has a good case and obviously has a proven track record of being successful and again adds more nightlife opportunities. I love the fact that, you're not only focused on alcoholic beverages, but non-alcoholic as well. And personally, Uptown Slice, I think, we obviously heard the other license application previously. For the current location, absolutely makes sense to me. I get the point of expanding so that they can have other offerings there. And for the new location, in my opinion, I think that this is a way that we can help ensure that is a sustainable long-term location and there's an additional revenue stream for them. Locally owned, growing business, already been successful with their first location, so I would be supportive of that as well. So to me, in my opinion, there's 4 that I would support currently, which would be Seared, Harbor Winds, and the 2 Uptown Slice locations. Thank you, Chair.
All right. If we are done with discussion, I would prefer to do this one at a time. So if you have one, we'll start with one. I don't want a whole list at once, so we'll make motions one at a time. So I guess I'll be looking for a motion for Class B liquor licenses. All right, I will move that Uptown Slice on 1116 Michigan Avenue be granted a Class B liquor license. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Chair votes aye. You have 1116.
Excuse me, Chair.
Yes.
I just wanted to, what you're granting is the ability for them to apply.
Yes.
So the license will still come before your committee.
Right.
Once they apply.
Right.
And the other thing is giving them a time limit. Usually it's like a week or so.
Okay.
To come to our office to apply.
Okay, so
Thank
is
you.
everybody in understanding be there within a week? I hope you would all be there tomorrow morning. But yes, you have the right to apply and get it. So there's that. All right, I am looking for any other motions.
I make a motion.
Hold on, Alder Prella.
I make a motion to grant that possibility of applying to Uptown Slice, 1217 North A Street.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Clarification.
Yep.
So then Uptown Slice is going to hold a Class B liquor license on both locations?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. All opposed?
No.
Chair votes aye, that is approved. So we have 3 left. I will be looking for Alder Prella.
I make a motion to approve the application for Harbor Winds Hotel.
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Chair votes aye. That is approved. All right, any more? Alder LaFave.
I'd like to move that we approve a liquor license for the potential business for Seared.
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Chair votes aye. That is approved. All righty. And is there anybody else that would like to use a motion for the last license? Otherwise, we will hold it in for a potential rock star candidate.
I'll make a motion to hold that license.
All righty. All in favor?
Aye.
Chair votes aye. We will hold that. All right. Thanks, everybody. And then once again, go to the city clerk's office within a week, and they'll get you started on that process. All right? All right. Item number 8, report 9-25-26 by Police Chief Kurt Zempel pursuant to Section 30-50 of the Municipal Code, submitting the quarterly report showing the benchmark measurements for the police department for the period commencing April 1st, 2025 and ending June 30th, 2025. Chief?
Hello, everybody. My voice is a little hoarse today. I'm still getting over a cold, and so I'll try not to croak at you too much here. So I just wanted to highlight a few things. Hopefully you had a chance to look over the report that was submitted. So we're having a very good year. Our crimes against person are down compared to last year. There are a couple of things to note there. We, at least to this point, our aggravated assaults are still a little bit higher than the historical average, but our assaults overall are down. So aggravated assaults is a narrow category of assault that is a more severe assault or a more severe type of assault, typically one done with a weapon or with threats with a weapon. Otherwise, other categories of crimes against person are doing very well. Our property crimes are also doing well, with the only exception there being an increase in retail thefts. We have more than 30 more retail thefts at this point this year compared to last year, but all our other categories of theft are down. And often what happens with retail theft is that it's one that gets reported more frequently when two of our major businesses in town are more active with intercepting retail thefts. So, and those two businesses typically are Walmart and Quick Trip, where we predominantly experience high reports of retail theft. Otherwise, burglaries are doing exceptionally well. We had an exceptional year last year with just 45 burglaries at the end of the year. 42 burglaries at the end of the year. And you can see so far this year, we're doing even better than last year. The other thing I would point out is that our traffic crashes are down even over last year, and we continue to maintain historically low numbers with traffic crashes. I think there's probably a couple of different things, one that we can take credit for and then one that we can't. Of course, the weather this winter was pretty favorable for crashes. We did have one bad storm that contributed to quite a few crashes. But we also continue to focus on targeted traffic enforcement. We made it one of our goals this year to really make sure that we're out doing high visibility enforcement and education campaigns where we focus on targeted areas where we have problems with crashes and on the behaviors that contribute to crashes in those areas. And so we've conducted more traffic stops this year so far than we did last year at this point. So with that, I guess I would open up to any questions that you might have otherwise.
All right, Alder Perla.
Yeah, thank you very much for this report, as usual. I much appreciate it. Is there any change in the way we measure any of these criteria? I assume not, but if there is, I would like to know about it. I noticed a positive difference in the sex offenses, which are much less than last year at this point.
Can you?
Yes, I apologize.
Thank you.
I apologize, yes. So just want to know if there is a difference in the way that the metrics were measured last year compared to this year. And just to understand, for example, the parking tickets issued is much lower in number. than last year. I wonder if there is a difference in any way that we need to be aware of.
So to answer the first part, no, there shouldn't be any difference in the way that anything is measured. I will probably, now that I've gotten a couple of these reports under my belt, I will probably modify the way that this is presented to you. I think that there's a lot of stuff on here that probably doesn't matter as much as some other things that we could highlight. In particular, some goals that we've set internally that I think would be much more relevant to you in your positions than some of the things that are on here. This has been the format of this report for about 8 or 10 years, from what I understand, and was really established with a former city administrator who had some preferences about how this information got reported. In other discussions with city staff, since I've been in this position, we really feel like there's maybe a better way to present this to you. In particular, the benchmarks, so I changed the word from goals to benchmarks on this report, and I know, Susie, you remember our discussion about that from last time, that we don't have crime goals because obviously we don't want a certain number of crimes to be committed in our community, right? But really the purpose of that number is for us to provide some historical context. And I think rather than simply setting a benchmark, what would be more useful for us is to use the 5-year historical average. I think that's a much more telling way to look at what we would expect to happen and what the trend is for us at each quarter throughout the year. So hopefully that offers some insight as far as how we're measuring it. So I think the next report you'll probably see this be a little bit different. And if there are some things that this committee would feel strongly about us including or presenting in a different way, I'm certainly open to hearing that. As for the parking ticket issue, so that is entirely a function of our network outage. So what that created for us was a break in the process for the way that parking tickets are, the information about parking tickets is passed from one system to another within our network. And so the vast majority of tickets that we write throughout a year, maybe not the vast majority, the majority of tickets that we write throughout the year are winter parking tickets. Winter parking runs from December 1st through April 15th, is it now? I think we moved it back from the 30th. So, or maybe it's March 31st. I can't remember. We just changed it. And so, obviously, our opportunity to write any of those tickets this winter was hampered by the inability, from a technology standpoint, to be able to get that done. So, there's really no way for us to go back and make that number up this year. We continue to conduct parking enforcement for meters and other complaints of parking violations throughout the city, but that's a much lower number compared to winter parking. So,
thank you very much.
Welcome.
Thank you, Chair.
All right. Any other questions, comments? Alder Lefebvre.
How are we sitting with personnel?
That's a great question. I'm actually really happy that you asked that. So we, over the next 2 weeks, we will get to 84 officers of our 85 authorized strength, so just one vacancy. We've not been fully staffed since the end of 2022, when we had 83 sworn. The city gave us 2 more positions at the beginning of 2023, which we've not been able to fill because of turnover, and have had considerable turnover the last 2 years. However, this year so far, knock on wood, we're doing quite well with turnover, and also we've been getting good candidates who are making it through our hiring process and all the steps that are involved with that, and so that will get us to a staffing level that we've not seen since like about 2008. So
excellent.
Yeah, thank you for asking.
All right. Any other questions, comments? Otherwise, do we file this? Yeah. All right. I'm looking for a motion to file.
Second.
All in favor of filing?
Aye.
Chair votes aye. It's filed. Thank you, Chief.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right. Item number 9. Report 6-25-26 by Fire Chief Eric Monteano, pursuant to Section 24-459 of the Municipal Code, submitting the quarterly report showing the benchmark measurements for the fire department for the period commencing April 1st, 2025 and ending June 30th, 2025. Chief?
Thank you, Chair. I'm not sick. I'm just short. Just kidding. All right, so you should have the report. Just some highlights. We are running about 335 calls higher than we were last quarter, which is quite a significant jump. Tying to that is the 83% now overlapping incidents, which, again, as I've explained many times, there's really nothing we can do about it. You could have 1,000 people staffed. Just one call goes out and another one comes in. But it is increasing because our call volume is increasing. We will begin our school safety programs in September, so that's coming. And then we will also continue to monitor our fire training, which a couple of years ago we got that new program, so we've been really focusing on that. And our inspections are about, obviously we just started this quarter because in the wintertime it's a little slower, so we're doing well. We got about 2,100 inspections, and we got 214 to go. So, at this time we were higher than last year. We were at 214, excuse me, now. So, I'll be glad to answer any questions.
All right. Alder LaFave.
And again, same thing with Police Chief. How are we sitting on personnel?
Yeah, luckily, just like the police, we are doing well with our hiring process. We will be fully staffed. We have 2 in the academy, so we're fully staffed. We're running minimum, though. As the call volume continues to increase and the city expands, as I've been very open with you all, we'll have to have a conversation down the road. Mm-hmm. I can't tell you when, but if we keep growing like this and keep staying busy, we'll need to have that discussion. But thank you. Yep.
Any other questions, comments? Seeing none. Thanks, Fire Chief.
You bet.
Looking for a motion to file.
Motion to file.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Chair votes aye. As filed. Item number 10, report 7-25-26 by the city clerk submitting various license applications. Is there anything we should know off this one?
Thank you. The only request that we would make is that the change of premise license be for Blue Harbor Resort, if it's going to be approved contingent upon submission of a diagram showing the fence location on their property so that we can work through that with DPW. So I would ask that the motion be made to grant contingent upon timely submission of a diagram depicting the fence for approval by DPW.
Could we make a motion pending staff approval?
Sure.
That would cover that? Yeah.
It would.
All right.
So moved with staff approval.
Too many words.
Second.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Chair votes aye. That is approved. Our next meeting date will be August 11th, 2025. I'm looking for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. We are adjourned at 5:18. Thank you, everybody.